People protect what they love love what they understand, and they understand what they're taught.
Let's understand the world we live in to better serve the world we live in. Grow Ensemble has been and continues to be about learning. Learning to understand the world we live in. Because as Jacques Cousteau says, we understand what we've learned and we love what we understand. And most importantly, we protect what we love. And I think this is likewise what Paul Hawken touches on when he says the most important thing that we can do to leave the world a better place than we found it is to find out where we live. By learning about all that's around us, the flora, the fauna, the people, the natural ebbs and flows to the way the planet and people operate and change and adapt. We learn more, we understand more, we love more, and we act more. Grow Ensemble is and will continue to be about an insatiable drive to learn about and understand the world we all inhabit. This is the who, what, why, and how of building a better world, as we often say here. And this is so more and more of us are inspired and re-inspired to fall back in love with the planet and the people living on it. So we can together repeatedly harness the courage to act, to protect, to preserve, and make things better, to even know what's better. That might not on its face seem unique or appear remarkable. But I think what differentiates what together we're exploring here comes from how we arrive at the material, the stories, the people that we speak with. It's in our intent, in our hopes for a particular outcome. It's who you are. It's who I am. I know you watching this or listening to this, you are someone who feels not just a desire to use their physical and mental capacities to leave the world a better place than you found it, but you, like me, like my wife Annie, feel an obligation to do so. We arrive at the topics of sustainable business, regenerative agriculture, or purpose-driven work, not seeking personal gain or an opportunity to extract profit, but rather a genuine and authentic purpose of understanding how this fits in with a vision forward to make the world a more sustainable and equitable place for all. See, I know you, like me, understand that if we're to find ways to live more sustainably, more equitably, that it's not just about the things that we do, it's as importantly about the things that we believe and the things that we value. Can we believe that the way we live our lives, run our economies, and organize our communities can be restorative and regenerative just by their nature? Can we in fact truly and authentically value the planet and the people living on it more than power, profits, and GDP, and make systemic and institutional changes that reflect that? Can we come to believe, understand, and value that we cannot and do not live separately from nature, but rather as part of it? Can we corral the courage within ourselves, within all of us, to believe that just the way it is only remains as such for as long as we let it? I think to confidently answer in the affirmative to all those questions, we have to learn. We have to learn what's possible, to believe in and build what's possible. And together here at Grow Ensemble, in the Social Entrepreneurship and Innovation Podcast, that's what we're doing. Learning what's possible, to understand what's possible, to create a vision for the future we feel the courage to build. But we must pay attention. Pay attention to what matters, because distractions are aplenty. Do we colonize Mars, or do we restore and regenerate the planet we have? Do we seek to build the next billion-dollar company fighting climate change, or do we find the wisdom in scaling to depth, not breadth? Here at Grow Ensemble and myself here at the Social Entrepreneurship and Innovation Podcast, we see our role as guides. Not necessarily as a guide that can tell you where to go, because we can't. We aren't living in an ecotopia. The world as it is surely isn't just equal or fair. It hasn't been done before. But rather, we're here as guides to point to what we must pay attention to, what we should look out for, because nuance is everywhere. There are many different paths we can take. Some get us through up to the summit, and others will not. So yes, on its face, we're gonna talk about sustainability and social impact. We're gonna talk about renewable energy. We're gonna talk about sustainable, equitable city development. We're gonna talk about the many wonders of trees and the billions of microbes beneath our feet. But with those dives, we're going to talk about and extract what matters. What are the principles, ideas, and wisdom that we can take with us here as we continue on our journey to a better, more sustainable, more equitable world for all? What can we add to our packs? keep in our back pocket or share to help others around us. Because we cannot always expect our trail to be clear, well-marked, or even visible at all. As Martin Luther King Jr. reminded everyone, the arc of the moral universe bends in our favor, but that timeline is long and not without great challenge or confusion for what the next step forward might be. And so together here at Grow Ensemble and our podcast moving forward, let's continue to explore together where we go from here, one step after another, learning about the who, what, why, and how of building a better world. Because again, the more we know, the more we understand, the more we can all do together. If you've been around for a while, thanks as always. So grateful to have had you reading, listening, or watching. And if you're new here, very excited to have you join along for the ride. New episodes, essays, and videos, all dealing in the realm of the possible, coming. Stay tuned.